we engage our money only in their service. Then we think that they are the gods. We don't see Krishna behind everything. So like this Ajamila, for him the prostitute was everything. So he engaged everything in prostitute service. And somebody engages in his family affairs only everything without any recognition of the God who is supplying everything ultimately. Mm. So the illusion is that you see somebody else other than Krishna as your maintainer. Mm. Or you don't see Krishna behind your maintainer. That Krishna is actually maintaining everyone. And we see father and mother have maintenance, but who has empowered them to maintain us? That we don't see. Mother, before the child's birth, the child is getting nourishment in her womb through the arrangement of God, not that she makes the arrangement. Whatever she is eating, it is supplied to child by mother's arrangement. Certainly, mother is eating, digesting, everything, but all this arrangement is made by not mother or father. It is made by the Lord's arrangement. Umbilical cord is connected to the mother's nourishment point. And after the child is taken out comes out of the womb, then the nourishment is through the breast milk. That is also arranged by the Lord. That is not arranged by the again mother. So certainly one should be indebted to the father and mother because they are giving to nourish us. But one should also see that behind them is the Supreme Lord who is nourishing. Unless they are empowered by the Supreme Lord, how can they nourish anybody? So therefore, as we make advancement, you see Krishna's hand more and more in. But how it's possible? By engaging in the service of the Lord. Based on the authorities, at least we have some faith. And with that little faith, when you engage in service of the Lord, then you get realizations. Many people, they engage in some ritualistic activities, but their mind is absorbed more into their family, more into their own sense gratification, and then they keep on earning so much resources, money, everything, but engage everything either in their own sense gratification directly or in the family members or in the sometimes society, nation, and they say, where is God? They don't realize God in their lives because they are covered over by Maya already, and then they continue that Maya. So their realization in their lives is what they are engaged actively in that. And sometimes people sing also that one, that my family is everything, or my society is everything, or my caste is everything, my nation is everything, like that. So these are different bodily consciousness, either selfish gratification or extended self gratification. And actually, when we take obligations from the people in this world for our own pleasures, then we actually become bound to them. Even though sometimes we don't want, we are forced to engage our resources in the service of various people in this world. Like people who engage so much money into social prestige. Sometimes people celebrate some anushthan, invite so many people. They may spend money like marriages or the Shraddha ceremony or nowadays whatever the housewarming, but a lot focus is to get the prestige in the society. So that money is not utilized for the service of the Lord, even in such occasions, but is engaged into getting more prestige in the society. Mm. It's very, very clear where our consciousness is absorbed. That's where we direct our energies. Mm. So when we become Krishna conscious, then we direct all our energy towards Krishna. Then we can experience Krishna fully. Devotees don't have any doubt about it. The pure devotees. Everything is engaged in Krishna's service. Mm. And then one can get reciprocation of Krishna at every moment. Manas deha geha jokichu mora arpilu tuya pade nanda Krishna. So all the wealth in this world is supposed to be engaged in the service of Krishna. Because it's Krishna's property. And that is a consciousness of a pure devotee. Hanuman. Hanuman wanted to bring Sita back. She is personification of all the wealth. Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi. Which Ravana wanted to enjoy for his own enjoyment. Selfish. This is everybody is doing that. They worship now Lakshmi Puja is. Yesterday was Lakshmi Puja. Why people worship Lakshmi? Not that they want great devotees of Lakshmi. So that she can come to them more and they can enjoy Lakshmi more. Ghar sampatti aave. Okay. Dhana sampatti aave ghar. Tan kasht mite tan ka. Dhana sampatti aave ghar. Kasht mite tan ka. Because they want to remove all the miseries and want to enjoy material life. And that's why they worship. They worship Lakshmi separate from Narayan. They don't want Narayan. They want Lakshmi separate. But Srila Prabhupada says when you actually worship Narayan nicely, Lakshmi automatically will come. She is always likes to be with Narayan. But when you worship her separately, then she becomes Chanchala. She becomes Chanchala means she will not stay at one place. She will create more illusion, Maya. That's why people in this world are always behind Lakshmi because she doesn't stay at one place. They are moving. She moves. So she makes everyone fool. Those who want to enjoy. Like Ravana wanted to enjoy Sita, but actually he took away also illusory Sita. It was not real Sita. So this Lakshmi people want to enjoy, she become actually illusion for them. And they run behind this illusion life after life without getting any satisfaction. Just like in the mirage, the ignorant animal runs behind the water, so-called water. And ultimately he keeps on running, he looks, in mirage everywhere you look, water looks. Mirage means it's illusion, water illusion. The animal, poor animal, thirsty, run behind it. So similarly, everybody is running behind this, earning more and more money, which is like a mirage. Because this money will not bring happiness to the people. It can give some illusory sense pleasures, but just like it can give some illusion that the water is there, and you run behind that water, and the water goes ahead and ahead. So-called water. Similarly, the happiness of the heart, what people are looking by sense gratification and through this money, that happiness always postpones. Otherwise, why people are not satisfied? You ask anybody, they said you should not ask a salary to the person and age to the woman, something like this. Because they are never satisfied with their salaries. They always want more and more. And they think speaking salary is always, they don't like this. Because there is a hankering more and more. So this hankering means the water is searching but he is not getting water. He thinks that if I run more, then I will get more water. If I work more hard, I can get more money. And by which I will become happy. That is what illusion is everywhere. So you ask anybody who is getting whatever package, he will never be satisfied. Because this is mirage. No matter how fast you run in the mirage, your thirst can never be quenched. This is what material world is. And they don't know that the real water is somewhere else. The real water, real happiness will come as soon as you engage in Krishna's service. So this is what the Vedas are saying loudly everywhere. Rushikena Rushikesha Sevanam. Instead of engaging the senses in the service of the Lord of the senses, they are engaged in the gratification of the senses. They are serving the senses, or they are serving the other people's senses who are helping them to engage, to gratify their senses. So this is how the illusory energy has created a covering around us, which is constantly demanding gratification. Body, mind, senses, ego. This identification is so strong. For ego, people are working to get prestige in the society. What is this prestige in this society? Our Acharya says is a stool of a hog. Jadere Pratishta. But people are so fond of this stool. All of us. Just like the hog is very fond of this stool, but we see as abominable. Because of our elevated consciousness, hog is degraded consciousness, he sees the stool as an only enjoyable object. Similarly, in this material world, who are having this material consciousness, they see prestige. Sometimes people give up so many other things. They sacrifice so many things. Sometimes they give donations also big to some organizations. But they want prestige out of it. Name, fame, glory. Same old story. Name, fame and glory. This hankering for the sense gratification, subtle sense gratification, this is a profit, adoration and distinction. If sense gratification is not supplied, nobody will work in this world. Everybody is working for that only. You can hardly see in this material world somebody is selflessly working out of love for God. And it is not surprising, because this whole material world is a place, criminals, those who have rebelled against God. In the spiritual world you will find people working with complete selflessness. And this selfishness, Maya is cheating them by creating an illusory covering around them, which they are identifying. In the name of selfishness, they are engaged in the service of Maya only. This body is avoided by Maya. Just like nowadays you find these companies like Ola or Uber, whatever is that, they give people, okay, you take this car, it's your car, we'll pay the money, but you have to pay back in installment, pay back the money for us. So 20,000 rupees installment you have to pay every month, and the car we have to engage in our service only. One person was telling me this, that you cannot, they keep on monitoring you. That car should be used only for when somebody is booking through their company only. For namesake it's yours, you have to pay the installment back to them, and you have to engage fully car in their service, and then after 20 years the car will be your own property, which has no value because throughout you use that car throughout the 20 years, what will remain with the car? In America, such car you have to pay money to dispose it. After old cars, in India they some other can sell it off in the kabaddi, whatever is. But in America you have to pay money for it. So this is illusion. They think that it's your car, but actually it is fully manipulated by these people for their own purpose. Only on paper it's yours. Similarly, Maya is giving you this body. Take it, your body, you are the body. And she is fully engaging everybody in this world for the service of this body. And keep on feeding the body. Tongue is demanding so many things. You work hard for so many preparations to pray for tongue. Stomach is always wanting it. Body wants comfortable apartment to sleep. You work hard for this. So this whole thing, the soul has nothing to do with this body, actually speaking. But one is fully engaged 24 hours simply because of this misidentifying I am this body. Otherwise, there is no need to work hard in this world. This bodily, and this body is not only like that, it is more you give, more it will demand. More comfort you give, more it will become accustomed and you want more, bigger comforts. Bhoga Ishware Prasaktanam Teha Parata Chetasam. So just like this car is given by these companies and they cheat these drivers, similarly Maya is cheating everybody like this. That you think that you are working for your great cause, for eating nicely, sleeping nicely, having sex life, defending. But his all energy is exactly like in the mirage, the deer is running, animal is running behind the water and runs, and he completely gets exhausted and dies. Similarly, person work hard and he exhausted at old age and he dies, leaving everything behind. Because the body is taken away by Maya and through the body everything is taken away. This is illusion. And nobody wants to think about it, because as soon as you think about it, then they lose all their impetus working hard. They are addicted to that hard work. Why one should work so hard in this world? For satisfying these bodily demands, and the mind's demands, and ego's demands, while the actual happiness of selfless loving service is completely lost in this endeavor. A person never get a clue also that real happiness, where is free, actually is free from these demands of body and minds. When that love of Krishna is awakened, one experiences unlimited bliss at every moment. That happiness is stolen away by the Maya. Taya apurta chetasam. Those who are absorbed in the illusory energy, bhoga Ishwarya, the sense gratification and the opulence, so-called opulence of this world, their whole consciousness is taken away by the Maya. And they cannot act, they are deprived of the real, their treasure, Krishna Prema Dhana, real happiness which is continuous, unending and unlimited. Ramante yogino anante satyanande chidatmani. And it is more engages, like this Ajamila, his whole intelligence was stolen away. He is pierced by the glance of the prostitute. This lust is such a powerful weapon of Maya that it actually destroys one's intelligence. Avruttam jnanam etina jnaninas nitya vairina. It covers the knowledge and it is the eternal enemy of the conditioned soul. Nitya means life after life one has been cheated by this enemy of lust. Avrutta means it covers. Jnanam etena. One's knowledge is covered by this. Kama rupena kaunteya. It is covering potency, covers the knowledge, and one's intelligence becomes paralyzed. It says na? Panga viddhati. Apanga. Apanga viddhati means his intelligence is pierced by the lustful glance. He is enemy of the intelligence. One becomes crazy by this lust. And one cannot think about one's, like sometimes cyclone comes and you don't see anything. All dust is accumulated in the air and your vision is lost. Similarly, those who are pierced by the lust, then he becomes completely deprived of the real knowledge. Avruttam jnanam etina. Avruttam means it covers the knowledge. Jnaninas nitya vairina. It is a eternal enemy of the knowledge or intelligence. And how it happens? To the glance of opposite sex. that transmission of lust. So therefore it said one should not look into the eyes of the opposite sex. It's very powerful. Mm. He says very dangerous. He was victimized by the dangerous lustful glance of the prostitute. When you are looking, seeing at the women also, you should look at their feet better, out of respect. Mhm. The Lakshman was asked by Lord Ramchandra in Ramayana when the ornaments were given, shown by the monkeys. Some lady was taken by one demon. She threw some ornaments. So they had collected those ornaments. So the Lord Ramchandra was remembering Sita. His eyes were filled with tears. She asked Lakshman, "Do you recognize these ornaments? Whose ornaments are these?" He wanted to check. Lakshman told, Keyure nabi janati. Keyure means this ornaments. I don't recognize these ornaments. Nupure, yes, I can understand. These Nupuras are belonging to Mother Sita. Because Nityam Padhavi Vandanam. He said, I never saw above her lotus feet. Or always looked at her lotus feet. Nityam, Nitya Padhavi Vandanam. Something like that he said. So Keyure Nabi Janati means he didn't look up. Nowadays there is no such etiquettes. But actually the Vedic etiquette is one should respect women as mothers. Mother means you have to respectfully look at their feet, not their face, and enjoy while talking. And especially looking at the eyes means allowing the lust. If they are lusty, then they will pierce your heart also with lust. So one should be careful. So the Chanakya Pandit says that Matruvat Paradareshu. Look at them as mothers. That means always Padabi Vandanam, that they are the property of the Krishna. Kaminira Kama Nahe Tava Dhama. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur's this song says that Kamini means the women. The being lusty after women is not your job. Understand that they are the property of Lord Krishna. Tahara Malika Kevala Yadav. That their Swami is only Yadav, Krishna. So this is a cause why we are bound in this material world. That wanting to enjoy. Enjoying mentality means lust. The service mentality, enjoyment will automatically come by that. But if you are looking for enjoyment, selfish enjoyment, then that service is not service. It becomes then again material endeavors. Selflessly serving Krishna, the real enjoyment will automatically come by that. Satisfaction in the heart will come. But this enjoying spirit, the Maya cheats us. This bodily identification. When we are too much identifying with this material body, then one is attracted by the lust. Desire to gratify one's own senses. But we engage the senses into service of Krishna, body into service of Krishna, then you will find the real happiness coming by that. Bhakti yoga means engaging our everything in service of Krishna. Whatever we receive. We here in Ajamela, he received so much money from his father, but because he did not engage in service of Krishna, naturally Maya will engage in her service. He engage in the prostitute's service. Sometimes people keep their money thinking that in future I will enjoy this money, but what happens? Slowly their Maya is very clever, that she will take away, or somebody else will take away in this world. So before this money is taken away by these plundering agents of Maya, uh, before this body falls apart, uh, you engage in Krishna's service fully. Otherwise, it will be engaged by Maya. There is nothing in between. You may think, okay, I will engage in future. But meantime, Maya will engage it. It's like that. Sannimitte varam tyago vinashe niyatas swaya. What is that? That you engage your body for the eternal cause. Otherwise, it is going to be destroyed. Vinash. And vinash means engaging in sense gratification means spoiling. Whatever we are engaging in our own sense gratification, that means getting spoiled. So either will be sense gratification, like Ajamila was thinking I am engaging in my own pleasure by making happy this prostitute, but he is actually wasting his energy. Because ultimately one will never find satisfaction in life. So therefore Srila Prabhupada always emphasizes, because we earn in this world money resources for our gratification. So at least one should engage that money, part of that money in Krishna's service. How much? Srila Prabhupada often says 50%. Why? At least you start with this. Actually should be engage everything in Krishna's service. But at least some part of that money by giving charity to Krishna or Krishna's cause. That will help us to experience the freedom from this bondage. Otherwise, the illusion is so strong that one will never understand that something is wrong in the life. When you are engaging in the service of Krishna, sometimes the devotees think, okay, now I am engaged in Krishna's service, but I will engage all other things later on. Like Prabhupada gives example, some people come to Vrindavan, big business people of Delhi, they say, now I have given up everything. I am retired now. Now I am coming, surrendering to God. And where your money is, that I have given it to my children. That's not the way you can come to Krishna, Prabhupada said. Krishna will ask, Krishna is very intelligent, he will ask, you have come to me, but where is your money? Prabhupada is saying. Because we identify ourselves with everything that has to be given to Krishna. Then only we will become free from that misidentification. You think my money belongs to my family members, let them enjoy and I will go to Vrindavan alone. That is good, Prabhupada said, but you will not be able to actually understand Krishna fully. Krishna is not after your money. Krishna is seeing that why you are holding the money, that is your identification. My money, my family, my this. Still you are not able to come out of it. That's why he wants your money. Otherwise he is not in need of money. Because we identify with this, therefore it has to be engaged in Krishna's service. Otherwise Krishna says, don't have money also, you give me some flower. Bas, I am happy with that. You can give me fruits. But Maya is so clever, she says, Krishna is happy with that, so let me offer just flower. That flower offering is when you don't have anything. But while you keep all the things aside, this is my property, my this, and my this, and then you offer flower to Krishna. That is not what Krishna is saying here. Krishna wants us to become free from this all identifications, misidentifications. Therefore he is asking, give me this, give me that. Otherwise he is not interested. He is interested in us to take us back to Godhead. Because we identify with these things, then he says, okay, give this also, give that also. Become free from those identifications. That's why Tyagat Shanti Manantaram. Those who hold a lot of things, they are always ashant, more and more. By giving charity, you become free from those attachments. That's why this Yajna Dana Tapa Karma is very important. Yajna means the sacrifice, Dana, charity, and Tapa, austerity. That will purify our consciousness. Pavanani Manishinam. Pavanani. Unfortunately, people do all these things and again want to get prestige out of it. They do some austerities and they want to advertise into their Facebook nowadays status. I am doing these things. Uh, and sometimes people think that I am just inspiring others. I am just inspiring others in Krishna's service. One may make a show, but Krishna sees our intentions very clearly. Whole world may see our actions, external actions, but Krishna sees intentions. These Maya's weapons are very powerful. They keep on cheating us. In the name of all this Facebook or the so much media, people are just utilizing it for their own, oftentimes, selfish purpose. And then selfish purpose means, again, the illusory energy is taking away all the draining energy. And then they think, why am I not becoming feeling Krishna conscious? Why am I not getting... Actually, some of them only can think like this. Many of them think this is Krishna consciousness, to have some gratification. Those who are sincere can understand that after doing all these things, one will not feel satisfaction of the heart. Satisfaction of the heart will come when you are giving whatever you have with love to Krishna. My dear Lord, please take it. It's yours. Please accept it. And whatever we have, we give. Whether we have sand or we have a big stone like Hanuman or sand like squirrel. So if you give it devotion, if you have huge capacity like Hanuman and you are putting a sand, my dear Lord, please accept. You will not be able to say like that from the heart. When you are giving fully, then only there is a question of some devotion. Otherwise, you are putting the whole energy aside and giving some little bit to Krishna, just for the sake of ritualistic. Ritualistic people are like that. They want to do something, just for as rituals. That's why how much charity one should give, it depends on different levels of the people, how much they are advanced in Krishna consciousness. But in general principle, how much they should give, that much which is pinching. How much austerities, how much endeavor, service we should do, one should get pinched. Not like Hanuman is putting some, what do you call this, sand. What is pinching sand? When you are lifting something heavy, then you see weight. And Hanuman is doing, and the squirrel is also lifting the sand. She is also feeling that I am doing something for the service of the Lord. So that feeling should be there, that I am really engaging my energy, whatever Krishna has given me. So lust and love are the same energy. One is engaged into the misidentified, the bodily, self-direct, selfish interest, and the other is engaged in Krishna's interest. As simple as that. The love and lust, the same energy, one is directed to Krishna and other is directed towards one. And towards oneself means not only my body, my family, my nation, my society, everywhere, without Krishna's reference. That is also lust. Same energy is directed to this. And when it is directed to Krishna fully service, then that's love. So, nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. That everybody should work for self-interest, but that self should be spirit soul. Not the self means body or the extension of the body. That is gratification. Selfish interest is not bad. But what is that self? Self is a soul. And if you think yourself as a body, then we will be forced to engage everything in the bodily demands. Or those whom we identify with our bodily relationship, they will oblige us to engage in their service. That's how I find. Family pressures, social pressures coming. People come and ask, give this, give that. We have to give them. Family members ask, pressures. Yes, certainly we need to take care of them, but not just fulfill their unlimited material desires. That's not a goal of human life. Maintaining family is essential, those who are in family life. But if one is in bodily consciousness, one will not be able to understand how much to do and how much not to do. Because senses have no end. No matter how much you give, those who are on the bodily platform, they can never say that now you have done your part, my dear child. You know, they will always say you are not doing well. You see, your this brother how much he is doing. You see this your neighbor how much he is doing. They will always demand such things. Everyone, whether you are in a devotee circle or you are outside, those who are bodily conscious, they can never be satisfied. That's the nature of this material body. You give body and the senses will demand more and more and more. You have everyday feast, you see, tongue can never be satisfied. You want bigger and bigger. Uh, but every time you think at least once in a week, and give once in a week, no, twice in a week, thrice in a week, every day, and still is not satisfied. So that's the nature of the senses. Senses are designed such a way, Maya, that they make sure that they are never satisfied by sense gratification. But as soon as you engage them in service of Krishna, then one can immediately experience complete satisfaction of the heart, the soul. Ye atma prasiddhati, suprasiddhati. The senses are engaged in the Rishikesh service. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana. So the mind is impure mind drains away our energy. Even if sometimes we are engaged in Krishna's service, the mind is such a cheater, immediately it encash gratification through that service. Therefore, today morning I was reading Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, you have to purify your mind by chanting. Unless your mind is purified, your service will not be directed to Krishna. They will immediately try to gratify oneself only, bodily. The chanting holy name of the Lord will remove all these impurities, and when the mind is purified, then your energy can flow towards Krishna very naturally. So therefore, chanting holy name of the Lord is very, very essential aspect of our life. And also service, both. They should go. Because through chanting you are asking for service. And to actually serve, you have to purify your consciousness properly, serving. So both are required. One side you are engaged in service, other side you are chanting holy name of the Lord with attention. Otherwise, this whole material world is very, very dangerous place, because everybody is absorbed into such business, and there is a danger of getting distracted. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Any questions? Questions, comments? Huh? Realize? Narottam Das Thakur says, Kama Krishna Karma Arpani. Karma, lust can be engaged in fulfilling Krishna's desires. That is called Kama Krishna Karma Arpani. That means whatever desires we are getting to gratify our senses, we should think about how to do it for Krishna. Like, for example, our tongue wants so many nice dishes to be eaten. So therefore, deity worship is very wonderful in that sense. On one side we chant holy name and hear attentively, by which our demands, selfish designs, demands of the minds will get transformed into selfless service. Mind is purified by chanting holy name of the Lord. But because we cannot chant all times, other times we engage also practical service of the deities. Like we want to eat nice foodstuffs. Instead of that, we can cook nice thing and offer to the deity, Krishna. Krishna is a person who accepts this. He is an enjoyer, Rasraj. So we prepare nice foodstuffs and offer to Krishna. By doing that, desire of our tongue to enjoy different foodstuffs will naturally be controlled. And you can accept Mahaprasad also. But we should not cook and offer it to Krishna so that we can enjoy. Something we can accept. In the beginning times, yes, that is also we can do. We can cook nice foodstuff and offer it to Krishna, and then we eat. That also will slowly purify. But in the very advanced stage, you simply think about pleasing Krishna, and then your tongue can naturally be controlled by that. We want to dress nicely and show to other people, impress. Instead of that, you dress Krishna nicely. When you dress Krishna nicely, you will feel satisfied. So sex desire also is like that. Sex desire is a combination of all these desires. So one can engage all one's energy in Krishna's service fully, so one will forget about this sex desire. That is one way. Or still one is having, then one can get married and engage that desire to produce Krishna conscious children under regulations. Yesterday I was hearing a lecture of Prabhupada. Prabhupada was saying this. Yesterday or today morning. They said sex life means, according to Vedic regulations, once in a month Grahasthas can have sex life with performance of Garbhadan Samskar. Garbhadan Samskar means to produce a child, that samskar is performed. And with proper regulations, before that one prepares consciousness by chanting more number of rounds, 50 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra. And then one can take responsibility of children to make them Krishna conscious. The sex desire engaged for procreating Krishna conscious children, that is the dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarsham. The sex has to be engaged. If one wants it, it should be engaged like this. It's not necessary, but those who want it, then that is the way. That one can accept grahastha ashram and then under regulations, taking responsibility of raising children to become devotees of Krishna. That is also a way one can make spiritual progress and direct, channelize the lust into the proper Krishna service. But then that is not going on for all times. Till the age of 50, one remains in Grahastha ashram. Again he comes out and takes Vanaprastha ashram. There is no more sex. By following these regulations like this and engaging into the Krishna conscious activities, one is expected to become free from that lust. Either one can engage fully all his energy in Krishna service and then see that that lust is getting sublimated into the desires to serve Krishna. Still if it is disturbing, then one under the proper blessings enter into Grahastha ashram with the same spirit of engaging that in the service of Krishna by having Krishna conscious children and raising them, taking responsibility of them like that. Prabhupada said sex should be utilized only for that purpose, not for gratification. Then that is also will help one to become free from the lust. Prabhupada was saying that not producing children like cats and dogs. Cats and dogs also are producing, but by proper regulations. And then taking responsibility of one's own life, spiritual life, and their life also, to raise them into Krishna consciousness by giving them proper training. Nowadays, parents don't have practically any responsibility taken for children, and they are busy in spending money for children education so that they can get prestige in society, or they can get their old age support, or they can get their uh, gratification money more. They want the children to go to the big colleges like IIT, earn more money, and fulfill all their unfulfilled desires, material desires, or get prestige in the society. My child is such and such institution. Such selfish ways. No responsibility for their spiritual life at all. This is not parents. The real parents means first is that my child should become free from the cycle of birth and death. Then you are considered parent, father and mother. Father and mothers are one of the main cause of children being exploited in today's world. Why children are undergoing so much stress? Because of there is no goal, spiritual goal in lives of anybody. So like that, if one is engaging in the service of the Lord, then this lust will be transformed into love slowly by this process of Krishna consciousness. Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi. So whatever energy we have, physical, mental, or our extension, whatever money, property, we have to very carefully engage in Krishna's service. Otherwise, the same will be engaged into the lust business. Money is power, like you have physical strength. If you don't engage in Krishna's service, then the contaminated mind will give so many wrong desires come. If you have mental health, physical health, or the not strength, physical strength, mental strength, or intellectual strength, that has to be carefully engaged in Krishna's service. Otherwise, the same is channelized for our own service. So, under the proper guidance of a spiritual guide, one should learn this art. It's art of engaging everything in Krishna's service. Okay, any other questions?
You got connected? Connected, no?
Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ये कौन सा रोज है?